Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe. Happy 4 more sleeps until WrestleMania Day! I wish Raw knew that. The card for Night 1 includes big-time matches like Drew McIntyre vs Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship, Bianca Belair vs Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Shane McMahon vs Braun Strowman vs My Attention. But even though each night is only set to be about 3 hours long, WWE have now confirmed a fatal 4-way match too, of Lana and Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke versus Riot Squad versus Natalya and Tamina, with the winners facing Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the women's tag team titles on Night 2. Ringside News have also reported that WWE already have the match order and finishes all mapped out for both nights. That's like 4 whole days in advance. Something's not quite right. Oh yeah, okay, they've just accidentally changed another match. One of WWE's official accounts has tweeted out a picture of the women's fatal 4-way match with all the women's division standing in a row with the not actually announced yet team of Carmella and Billie Kay at the end, which would make it a fatal 5-way match. The tweet was quickly deleted, but the image had already been put up on WWE.com, also since replaced with the 4-way, and the Spanish language commentary team on Raw also mentioned Mella and Kay in the match, thus making it a Cinco-way. It's expected they'll be officially added on this Friday's SmackDown, although it's also been noted that Bayley, who carried both the Raw and SmackDown women's divisions last summer, isn't on the WrestleMania card at all, leading some to speculate she could replace Billie Kay in the match and team with Carmella instead. Or maybe it'll be another returning lady talent, Cathy Kelly! Speculation and mania is also running wild about the WWE return of backstage NXT interviewer Cathy Kelly, who left the company last year to pursue her own projects. In an interview with Maria Menounos, she revealed that she couldn't keep up with WWE's schedule, but a new tweet cryptically reads, "See you soon," which have caused many to think she's giving wrestling another shot. Going by the current odds, WWE is going to have a very different look post-WrestleMania, as nearly every single championship is expected to change hands. Edge is currently the favourite to win the Universal Championship from Roman Reigns in his triple threat with Daniel Bryan, even though many believe we're getting a repeat of WrestleMania 30, where Bryan ended up winning. Which means you should get in those Cameo requests now before people's prices shoot up with their Mania title wins, because after threatening to fire talent for using Cameo last year, WWE have now signed a deal with the company for WrestleMania weekend, so they can make all the money for themselves. Prices vary for the wrestlers, from WWE champions like Bobby Lashley and Asuka costing you $200, while actual stars like Shane McMahon will set you back $500. Alexa Bliss's video will cost you $400, and it's been revealed that she's doing them all in character. And for an extra $200, she'll make you vomit a viscous black liquid.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Thank you, Alexa. This is WrestleMania week, folks, so please do give us a subscribe to get my WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 reviews as soon as they go live this weekend, because a third of you watching right now aren't subscribed. And when we reach 800,000 subscribers, which we're just 2,500 away from, I'll do an episode of the WrestleTalk News cosplaying as Maki Ito. Kawaii, kawaii, kawaii. You voted for it. But now here's my review of last night's Raw in about 5 minutes. Thanks for your support on Patreon, Superkick, Nick Mazesco, and Dustin the Professor Layton. It's the WrestleMania Go home show built around Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. Because if a 15-minute Baron Corbin main event in a program he was just thrown into last Monday doesn't get you excited about the biggest wrestling show of the year, then I think you just don't like wrestling. Drew cut a typically heartfelt in-ring promo to open the episode, touchingly talking about his mother's battle with cancer, where he was interrupted by his Mania opponent Bobby Lashley, who has now completed his transformation from cool badass hurt business CEO to generic suit-wearing heel champion. He even has a suit-wearing Baron Corbin accessory, which makes this feud over the WWE Championship feel 2019 mid-card levels of lame. AJ Styles lost to an Xavier Woods roll-up because Kofi threw a mic at Amos. This did not make me excited for WrestleMania. Braun Strowman cut a promo in a steel cage about how he's been bullied by people all his life. Like just last November, where Adam Pearce introduced him as last but not least. You are such a prick, Adam Pearce. None of this resonates because Braun never had a babyface turn. Instead, he's simply been given the copy and paste bullied monster promo that WWE has given every other big guy since the early noughties. He easily beat both Elias and Jackson Riker in a handicap match, pinning them at the same time. But how will he overcome just one untrained wrestler in Shane McMahon this weekend? This did not make me excited for WrestleMania. Ahead of Asuka and Rhea Ripley's championship match, they had to tag against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. But how will they coexist? The answer, shockingly, was that they wouldn't. Like right from the start. Ripley eventually turned on Asuka, turning heel I guess because WWE made the Thunderdome cheer her last week, but who really cares? They've given her zero character on the main roster so far, so Baszler won. This did not make me excited for WrestleMania. All the Raw and SmackDown women then stood in a row backstage ahead of the WrestleMania 4-way that will probably be an 18-way by the time it happens. Cedric Alexander didn't even get an entrance for his loss against Bobby Lashley, showing just how little WWE cares about him and Shelton Benjamin. Cedric had a cool comeback, presumably because Bobby didn't totally want to bury his mate, but Lashley effectively won a handicap match against him and Shelton with ease in the end. When I said the great thing about the Hurt Business is that Cedric and Shelton enhance Bobby's character, this is not what I meant. Then came the big go-home angle for one of the most featured long-term feuds in WWE, The Fiend and Bliss versus Randy Orton, a story that started back in November and has seen burning a man alive, demonic possession, multiple supernatural endings to Raw, actual teleportation and telekinesis, vomiting black viscous liquid, Randy Orton's evil twin, and a crispy fried return. So they ran a video package. No appearance from Randy, or Bliss, or The Fiend. Just a video package recap. This did not make me excited for WrestleMania. Miz and Morrison not only vandalized Bad Bunny's expensive-looking sports car with paint that can easily be washed off, they also attacked him, leading to Bunny and Damian Priest challenging them both to a tag match now instead of a singles. I have no idea why they ever made it a singles in the first place. Angry Bunny then cut a pretty good in-ring promo about how shocked he was to turn up at a pro wrestling show and get attacked by pro wrestlers. But he did one of my pet peeves with WWE, only praising stars from 20 years ago, listing the people who made him love wrestling: Stone Cold, Booker T, The Undertaker. It's never Roman Reigns, it's never AJ Styles, and looking at the booking of the current roster, sometimes you can see why. The in-ring action is fantastic, like in the following Riddle vs Ali match, with some excellent counters, but everything around them, the segments, the characters, the things that actually break through to a mainstream audience, are embarrassingly bad. Riddle and Sheamus are really trying to build a serious feud, but it'll never work while WWE has segments of Riddle riding round on a scooter immediately before and after. And after running through the entire WrestleMania card so far, using the exact same Thunderdome pre-recorded pop for each one, Banks vs Belair, yay! Braun vs Shane, yay! Cesaro vs Rollins, yay! We got the main event of the go-home episode of WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. You know what, they had a decent match. I like Corbin in the ring, and Drew is so good at heavyweight style clashes. He threw Baron around with overhead belly to bellies and even put one into a bridging pin, while Corbin's moveset is consistently awesome. Deep sixes running around the ring post. MVP screamed at Baron, it's not about beating Drew though, it's about taking him out. Corbin went to use his cane as a weapon, but turned right into a Claymore to lose, leading to the big episode closing angle. Looking at each other. Bobby on the ramp. Drew in the ring. Just looking at each other. For a minute. At least it's better than the infamous tug of war, if only because it was just boring rather than actively lame. What did you think of Raw? Let me know in the comments down below, and vote in our poll on a poll match on the community tab, where 75% of you voted for I've already forgotten everything that just happened. While last Monday's episode was actively bad, breaking up the Hurt Business, drafting Baron Corbin over specifically to make Bobby Lashley less good, this week's was just boring. Like the poll said, I've already forgotten nearly everything on the show, and I just did a review of it. Usually that would make for a 2 out of 5 rating, but this is the go-home show for WrestleMania, meaning it's a back-to-back 1 out of 5. Subscribe to the WrestleTalk podcast channel for mine and Luke's full Raw review live stream.
We're going to dive a bit more into those odds that we are going to have new WWE champions, the Raw after WrestleMania. Plus, we're talking about Raw in full, which wasn't a good show. More of that and more. See you later on.
Click on the video on the right to watch that. And our AEW stars set to jump ship to WWE. Click the video below that to find out what's been going on. I've been Mr. Davis. My hair is on the line this Sunday. Oh, but I've got the jam.